Hello everyone, this is just a dad. Today I'm going to do a review on the Dreame X50 Ultra Robot Vacuum Cleaner. We're going to see how well it cleans up this big muddy mess. We're also going to check its obstacle avoidance here with some Lego toys, corner cleaning capabilities, and how it cleans this rug. And stick around to the end, we're also going to check its threshold climbing. I've got 1.5 inches and 2.25 inches. Okay, here's the base station for this robot. You've got a clean water tank that you're going to put clean water in, and this is the dirty water tank. You're going to have to empty this once in a while. It's full of dirty water. As you can see, the robot's been doing a good job cleaning my house. Wow. Now down here, the base station's also going to empty out the robot. The robot's going to go around and vacuum your house and mop it. Come back to the base station, everything gets emptied out of the robot into this dust bag. You will have to replace that once in a while. You can put the Dreame concentrated solution in this container, and it's going to mix the solution with the clean water to help clean the mop pads. Now down here we have the base station. This is where it's going to wash them with hot water, the mop pads. The mop pads are going to spin, and then it's going to suck the dirty water out into the dirty water tank. It's going to auto empty. There's a port there in the middle where it's going to fill the robot up with water, and then there's the charging points. At the end of the job, it's going to blow hot air onto the mop pads to dry them. Okay, here we have the actual robot. Now, you're going to notice right away, this LiDAR will go up and down. When it's down, it'll go under 3.5 inches. When it's up, it's about 4 inches. And then it knows when to lower that, and you can also tell it in the app. There's a low profile there that you need to lower it. Now it does have a camera on the front. We've got some sensors to help with obstacle avoidance. It's got the bumper technology. We go around back. This is the dustbin, nice big dustbin. It's going to go around and collect everything into the dustbin. Right through that port, right through that door right there. And then it's going to auto empty through that trap door right here. Around back, this is where it's going to charge, and that's where it fills the robot up. Okay, so here we have the mop pads. Now the base station the robot can leave the mop pads at the base station. And whenever it wants to vacuum carpet, that way it's not dragging these mop pads across carpet. So you may want to, in the settings, tell it to vacuum first, then mop. That way it'll leave the mop pads back at the base station while it's vacuuming. Now it can also raise and lower them. It has a carpet sensor, so when it senses carpet, if it's by carpet and it's mopping, it'll raise the mop pads. And it can also move this mop pad to the corner to help with edge cleaning. Here's the side brush. It can also move the side brush that has a flexible arm, and it can raise that flexible brush when it senses liquid so it doesn't get into the mess. Fall off sensors, drive wheels. This has a dual brush roller to help with long hairs. So hopefully long hairs are going to go in through here in the middle and not get wrapped around. Let's also check. Yeah. And if long hairs do get on, the other end is open. So the long hair will go down to the end and then get sucked into the opening. Well, the opening's right here. Now, once in a while, you will have to replace these. These are just held on with Velcro. And you can also put those in your laundry machine to kind of freshen them up. See how they get, even though the base station does clean them, they do get kind of flat. Now, the theory behind the mopping robot is the robot's going to spray water down on top of the mop pad to keep it wet. And then it's going to spin it. It's going to have to capture that dirt in the mop pad, take it back to the base station, and rinse it off. That's how it gets the mud off your floor. Now, you may get a little bit of smearing, but this robot, the base station, whenever the robot comes back to the base station and washes the mop pads, it's going to suck the dirty water up. Before it goes to the tank, the dirty water tank, there's a sensor. And the base station is going to sense that water. If it's too dirty, it's going to say, okay, robot, wherever you just came from was dirtier than normal. It needs a re-mopping event. So it's going to tell the robot, hey, even though you didn't program it or anything to go re-mop it, it's going to tell it, go re-mop that area. It was too dirty. Now the robot is able to take pictures of obstacles that are low to the ground. It is also able to use you can have a video. If you're like remotely away from it, you could tell it to go to a certain place in your house and you could see the video from it. You can also have it go find your pets. Now the robot does have 20,000 pascals of suction. Now I also like the app. In the app, you can put no-go zones. You can put curtains. There's the low-lying areas where it'll lower the LiDAR. You can do a virtual threshold. Okay, so I told it to start cleaning this room. The first thing it's going to do, it's going to wash the mop pad. That's going to do two things. It gets the mop pad nice and wet, but it also gets it clean. So you'll hear the mop pad spinning, and then you'll hear a couple pumps kicking on, and then you'll hear a dirty water pump kick on and sucking the water into the dirty water tank. And it will also do this at the end of the job. And hopefully at the end of this job, it's going to sense that water was too dirty and it needs to remop it. Now you'll notice this LiDAR is retracted, but as soon as it gets ready to undock, it's going to raise it. Okay. Now the LiDAR is spinning underneath there and is raised. Okay, it's vacuuming and mopping at the same time. And it is able to extend that side brush, and it can extend the mop pad to get right up next to the wall. Here's how it does with a floor register. Now this is a pretty tough stain. If I knew this was here, I could tell it to do 2 passes myself. For everyday mopping, it's going to do a pretty good job. Now it should come back and do a second mopping on this, a re-mopping. Now I really like the app. It maps your house really well, and you can see where the robot has been and kind of a live view.
Returning to the dock to charge.
Okay, it's going to go wash the mop pad, and we'll see if it does a re-mopping. Now also, there's some obstacles. I don't think I was standing. It saw my shoes, and it took a picture of my shoes, yeah. And now it's going to auto-empty the dirt and debris that it vacuumed up. Okay, it's getting towards the end. We can see the dirty water being sucked up. Okay. It's going to go, it's doing the second cleaning. So we're getting a re-mopping event. This time it's going to mop only, it's not going to vacuum. Nope, it looks like it is vacuuming, I'm sorry. And in the app, this is called the second cleaning. I like to call it a re-mopping event because it sensed that grime, and we'll see that on the map. And then I also like that when it does the second cleaning, it does the edges, it goes around the edges first, and then it'll go back and do the center. So it's going to do the perimeter of the room and then come back and do the center. Now I like that the second cleaning is going to be perpendicular to the first. That's a pretty stubborn stain that dried on there. Yeah, it might take a couple more times to get that. But again, for everyday mopping, minor dirt, it's going to do great. So I'm going to have a little fun. We're going to do clean that area. We're going to do a selective, and we're going to start the extra cleaning. So it's going to go clean that area a little bit more, and then come back and finish this job. Okay. It's cleaning this area again. I think it's going to get it clean this time. It did go back and wash its mop pads. Okay, I'm gonna have it go vacuum this room that has to cross a threshold. So it's gonna come, since it's gonna remove the mop pads.
Start charging.
You'll hear a clunk, and The mop pads are removed.
Mop pads removed.
Okay, it's going to cross this threshold. It's got two extra wheels. It's going to extend. There they are. Wow. Okay, it's going to repeat this process now. It's going to extend those legs. And again, that's 2.25 inches tall. Then it retracts those legs. Okay, we're gonna have it vacuum up this carpet, this rug. It's doing a really good job vacuuming this rug. Okay, I'm gonna have it mop and vacuum this room. That's gonna simulate a couch, and we're gonna see the LiDAR raise and lower. But let's check the corner cleaning capabilities of the Dreame X40 Ultra. For some reason, it didn't extend the side brush. Looks like the first thing it's going to do is going to clean it's going to clean around the piece of furniture first before it goes underneath it. Yeah, the obstacle avoidance wasn't working the best with that Lego toy. Okay, it's lowering the LiDAR so that it can go under this piece of furniture now.
Returning to the dock to charge.
Okay, so enough with the fluff. Let's get, now I think the mopping could have been just a little bit better. For some reason, it really struggled mapping this room. I did 4 maps. I did 2 quick cleans and I did 2 quick maps and 2 full cleaning and mapping. And it just could not figure these corners out. This one, it avoids altogether. Now I'm gonna get a better fixture for I'm gonna do a better fixture for low furniture going under. Let's get over here to the carpet. And I've had glitches with this. This thing is not refined. Now it's the threshold is amazing. I have not seen anything do anything close to that threshold. It'll do even higher threshold. I couldn't make anything higher. Now there's a caveat to this. Now, although I've got 2.25 inches here, you cannot have 2.5 inches here. You have to have like 1.5 inches space before it gets to the second tier. I think 1.5 inches. Yeah, it's 1.65 inches is the first tier, and then 0.7 is the second tier tallness. For a total, you can do 2.36. I wasn't able to do the maximum, but you have to have 1.5 inches between this and this point. I've been having this thing clean my studio for about a week, and on 3 occasions I have found that it stops randomly at certain places. And now today it's not wanting to come over to this room. It's saying, yeah. Why is it doing that?
Returning to the dock to charge.
Now, Dreame did reach out to me on Instagram saying that they wanted to do some customer support or something, but I mean, I don't think it's my unit's bad. I think software might be able to fix some of this stuff. Now, if you're needing a robot to get low, this Roborock Saros 10R gets 3.1 inches, and that's the one they get for low. Yeah, see, it's just having problems. Okay, I've actually had to delay this review because I've had problems with it's just random problems, not like one specific problem, and it's not like all the time, it's just every so often. Okay, I just happened to figure it out. Earlier today, when I was going through the map, I noticed for some reason the robot had put a threshold right here, and for some reason it automatically put a threshold from this carpet to this hardwood floor, and I thought, that's strange. Why would it put a threshold there? I didn't put it there, and so I deleted it, and that's what's causing the problem. So now I'm going to go back and I got to add this threshold for some reason. So this may have been my fault, but that to me, I don't. And here's another thing. It put these low profile. The blue is a low profile area. It will add those for you automatically, and those aren't in the right spot. And again, this is the area it struggled with mapping. It kind of thought this room and this room were the same, but that's actually, it's doing it again. Ugh. Okay, I had to remap my house for the 5th time, maybe even the 6th time. I don't know what's going on. I may have a bad unit. It seems like that LiDAR that goes up and down is not as good as the traditional LiDAR that's fixed, is my first impression. But so, because it's having trouble recognizing corners and different things. So, okay, we've got some U-shaped furniture. Let's see how it does here. Now, I haven't had it get stuck on anything. I've just had it randomly stop in about 3 rooms. I came in the next day and it was just sitting there asleep. And we'll check a Lego toy earlier. I didn't have that Lego toy set in the right spot, so and I do have some fake poop. Now this is a good sign. It does seem to be handling this rod. I call it the rod furniture that somebody told me to do, and I'm very thankful for that because Roborocks have been struggling with this rod furniture. And I've got a U-shape one coming, a chair, a bar stool that's actually a U-shaped rod chair, which I bet traps a lot of robots. So this one seems to be doing a little bit better job. And again, that threshold, that's the future with threshold. I mean, I bet everybody's watching everybody. Like, that's how you handle thresholds. Roborock does not know how to handle thresholds yet. Dreame doesn't know how to handle small profile. Roborock knows how to do small profile. Eufy's kind of doing their own thing. This new one, I bought the new one they've got with a handheld vac. I mean, I don't know about it yet. It may be the best thing since sliced bread, but I don't know. It's hard to beat Dreame and Roborock right now. Dyson's just, it vacuums, but it has its own issues. But anyway, yeah, the LiDAR going up and down, I thought that was super cool when I saw that a couple months ago. And I mean, I was just awestruck when I saw the videos of that thing going up and down. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. And again, I bought this with my own money. I paid $1,700 for it. This is not worth $1,700 right now, unless you need that threshold. It's the only one that can do those thresholds. But then I need to check. It can also do ramps. It can do curtains, virtual thresholds and ramps, carpet, low-lying areas, lots of options. One thing, I did tell it to mop this. I did tell it what direction to mop this in, and it didn't do it the first time. Like, I told it to, because I've learned from a previous video that even though this is vinyl plank flooring, I didn't think it mattered, but I think it does. You can see the dirt gets trapped there when it goes this way. So for some reason it didn't do it that way. Back to the test. And again, and Roborock just, see, Roborocks, they just, they can remove their mop pad now. They've copied Dreame. So yeah, I think we're getting a sense of what works. I like the experimentation everybody's doing. Like, this was an experiment. I don't think that's the future. I think because the Roborock Saros 10R is actually thin. It's 3.14 inches, and it works amazing. And it doesn't need a spinning LiDAR on top. So yeah, it's interesting. We're going to come up with some kind of a standard, but maybe they'll keep it. Well, I think the next great experiment will be stairs. Not sure how they're going to handle that. I did not buy that one Kickstarter. I just haven't had that much luck with Kickstarter projects. That's been almost a year now. The one that climbs stairs, and I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, it was big news when it first came out, and I think the first person who does make a stair climbing one will be a big deal, but that's the only one. And I've got to believe Dreame and Roborock are developing it. They have the ones with the arms that are going to pick stuff up, which I will definitely be getting those. I suspect those are going to be later this year. That seems like pretty advanced technology. So far this obstacle avoidance might be a little bit better. We'll see. It definitely handled that chair better than Roborock. But Roborock identified it as a high-risk area, U-shaped chair. And it didn't get stuck on it. It just was kind of like rah, 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 rah. Just kind of like almost got stuck, but it unstuck itself. And again, I bought this with my own money and I wasn't paid for this video. I'm not sure what score it's going to get yet. I'll add up the numbers. I may have a bad unit. It doesn't seem like a bad unit, but maybe it is. Maybe I'll do it. I've heard horror stories of the Dreame customer service, and maybe it's a good idea that I do a customer service. And I need to do it from a standpoint of not influencer. Because I think if I do it through Instagram, they'll be like, oh, okay, we want to make sure and do this one right. But I think I'm just going to email them with my purchase. Because, I did purchase it from Amazon. Yeah, I was able to purchase this. I think Amazon made a mistake. I don't think they were supposed to release it for a month or so. I purchased this about a month ago. And immediately it went unavailable on Amazon. And I purchased there's a savings you could have purchased, like a $200 or $300 coupon on Dreame. I purchased that for like $30. But I didn't, it wasn't going to be released till like now, which is like February something. It's Happy Valentine's Day. It's February 14th. So I think it got released yesterday or today. And then you could use that coupon, but I just didn't want to wait because I wouldn't even have it right now and I'm glad I've got it because I've had this. I've been using it a lot, actually. It goes through a lot of water. So it's definitely doing some cleaning. It's doing the remopping. Yeah, no, it doesn't spin this. And I haven't seen anything about the side brush on carpet on this. And I have done the latest update. It's definitely recognizing that poop. I know the X50 supposedly will do its side brush on carpet. Dreame, this one doesn't. And I didn't see it in the settings. Unless I'm missing it, man. Those settings are... I've got a how-to setup video. Now there's a bunch of dirt and debris. Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. The settings on these things are getting incredible. And they're not giving us much information. That's... If Dreame's listening, give us more information on the auto system, like how it auto cleans everything. Like tell us what some of the parameters are. Like we can help it we can help the robot work better if you tell us more stuff about it. I think they're afraid to give us too much information on it. Just, use the AI to clean. Well, yeah, that's fine, but tell me what it does. You know, some people are just gonna, auto clean and never think a thing about it, but I think a lot of people I think there's a big percentage of people that like dive into all of these settings and want to make it work good. Yeah, it didn't recognize that little... That's hard. I didn't think that was going to be hard. I put a figure on it, hoping that the tallness would help. No. Man, that should not have been that hard. Poor Lego guy. And that was from a viewer. A viewer said, hey, put Legos on the floor. I thought, that's a great idea. I bet because I know when our kids had Legos, they were all over all the time. And I'm going to be putting lint from like a dryer, lint on carpet. Yeah, I think I better just get the...
Proceed with cleaning task.
Now this was like some really fine dirt. It didn't get the really fine dirt, but it's getting most everything. And the nice thing about these is you could have it clean this a couple times. And so even though it doesn't get it on the first pass, eventually it should try to get everything. Yeah, if we look, there's uncleanable stains. It's not calling it feces, it's just calling it uncleanable stains. It did see that toy, but it didn't miss it. Huh. And so this is, that must be a big deal. See how that's a U-shaped chair? That must be a big deal. I can't click on it. Furniture prone to getting robots stuck greater than 90%. But it won't let me, it didn't take a picture, okay. It did get a picture of my shoes. There I am. So it does go up a little bit, the angle of the camera, of the lens. Yeah. Now it is on its maximum suction because it's in carpet boost that's on by default. 82, about the same as Dreame. Now there's quiet. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Maybe I need to test them on quiet, see how much they pick up. We'll just let it go on quiet here for a little bit. It's hard to tell if it's leaving any behind or not. Now again, this is the full detailed review. I might start doing some little shorter reviews. It seems to be doing okay. Super quiet. Now the default setting is carpet boost, which I'm not sure I like that. So it'll always be in max when it's on carpet, unless you go in there and tell it not to be on max. or deselect carpet boost. Yeah, not too bad. It's leaving a few things behind. Yeah, not quite as good, but super quiet. Okay, let's go over my scoring. I ran out of scoring sheets. Well, you'll get to see it. This is kind of a bonus. You'll get to see what the edge scored. That's the edge. And I've got the sorrels coming up really quick. So the edge got a 96. This one got a 91. Now, I need to maybe have I need to have a spot for thresholds now. Startup and the app, I've been having problems with it. Mapping, maybe I need to have a mapping one about that thing. Vacuuming's just okay. Mopping, I think it did struggle. The avoidance, they're just not completely there yet. Where else did I deduct points? Price, definitely. It's way too expensive. Oh no, that's not. That's the edge is at $1,300 right now. This one, well, I think it is on sale with a coupon, but it maybe had, I don't know. On Amazon right now, it's full price, so I had to deduct some points. But you could bump this score up a little bit based on threshold. And I may contact. I think I definitely am going to contact Dreame and just see what it's all about. If it ends up being this time-consuming thing, I mean, it's going to. I don't like things that take a super long time, but I probably need to do it. I have contacted Roborock. It went okay. They're a foreign company, so contacting them I had to upload a video of the problem to like my OneDrive and then share that folder with them, and so it was a little tricky. They ended up just sending me a new one, and I sent the old one back. So, but that was on the S8 Max V. So let me contact Dreame. Let me see how this goes. I mean, if this thing isn't glitchy, it's actually a pretty good robot, but times are just changing so fast. That's mainly for thresholds. It's not for low profile, but they did combine the low. So, I mean, okay, I get it. They combined low profile with the feet, so maybe they can't get as thin as that, but man, I'm thinking eventually they're going to get as thin as that with those feet that go over thresholds. So again, once again, thanks everybody. If there's something else you want to see me compare these or a test you want me to do, put it in the comments down below. I really do appreciate everybody's support. Again, I use links, so I'll put a link to Amazon where you can purchase this. The product won't cost you anymore, but I'll get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these reviews. I'm going to come up with a neat little fixture for, I think low profile is going to be the future, thresholds. I'm so thankful. I saw several comments on thresholds. Somebody even emailed me, and I emailed them back. I said, hey, what are some common thresholds? Like, what are some sizes? He emailed me some pictures. I'm like, thank you. So again, this channel is turning into our channel. I'm listening to your comments. Your comments have been amazing, helping me so much review these because, there's so much to these robots. Everybody's house is so different. And I don't know the most common things. Like I had no idea about the rod furniture. So thank you, everybody. If there's something else you want to see these compared or anything you want to see these done with these robots, let me know. I'm game for anything. I'll experiment. I got some skills. I can build stuff. I'm not a master craftsman, but I can make a little ramp or something. I'm actually going to make a little ramp, I think, up to a platform because it says it does a ramp. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks, everybody. If you could, please like and subscribe. Look for more robots. And I'm working on some way of helping people. Pricing is all over the place on these robots. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. The Dreame X50 is a classic example. That was a super expensive robot, but the last couple months, it's been $1,000 off and on sale. And I can't understand. There hasn't been any events going on other than Christmas and Black Friday. It was on sale, but then just random times. Like, it's not making any sense. They're just, so you got to continuously, like, I would wait for most of these. Now, new ones typically don't go on sale too much, Roborock especially, but then Roborock, after 6 months or so, they will heavily discount their products. And so will Dreame. I got the new Eufy one coming. I got some Shark. I would love to have more Shark robots, but they just released one, and it's just okay. Like, it's the same price as this one. Or no, it's the same price as the Saros right now, and the Saros blows it away. So Roborock, or Shark, if you're listening, you're gonna have it's a tough road. You're gonna have to innovate quickly. Just do what they're doing. I mean, it's working. So anyway, thanks everybody. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks again.